We are in the final stretch of the Hard Mode series. And after putting on a barn burner Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, we are still positioned in first place ahead of Kurt Angle's NXT. And today we'll be signing a legend and watching a 5-star legendary Intercontinental match. Now, after looking at how this sort of GM mode is structured, I need to be focusing more on the achievements that you get through the Hall of Fame progress, the trophies. Now, obviously, we've been top because we've got 2 trophies. I don't want to then drop down into second because Kurt Angle manages to get some trophies. So, book a show with each of the match rules. There's only 4 matches. There's only 4 match rules. So we can do that today and get that one ticked off. And book 5 shows with GM interference. We've got 10 weeks left. We can do that. So that gives us 2 out of the 3 remaining trophies that we need to accomplish. So I think we can definitely achieve that. So let's confirm the booking and I'll walk you through our show. We're starting things off with an opener. It's a tag team match for the women's title. We have Dakota Kai and Rhea Ripley versus Dana Brooke and Xia Li. Will the heel faction, the heel tag team, there we go, they have won it. Starts a new rivalry as well. Good. We got a self promo from Nikita Lyons. Gains 1 popularity. We have a fatal 4-way match. Yes, RK Bro are against each other, but hey, I think it'll be quite funny to see that dynamic anyway. And Matt Riddle picks up the win there. It's a good match as well. Rivalry grows between Wallet and Riddle, so that's good that that was involved. We've got a call out. Carmella's calling out Nikita Lyons. It does nothing. Brilliant. And then we have a triple threat match, Kofi, Gunther, and Wesley. Now, we do have a rivalry ongoing in this one as well. Walter, or Gunther, picks up the win there. Great match. Nice. Goes to a level 4 rivalry. That's fantastic. Whitney Quay was the last remaining wrestler that we had available. She's done a charity promo. And the main event is AJ Styles versus Giovanni Vinci. Now, I did say we were going to be signing a legend, but of course, right at the end, we had a card played against us by Eric Bischoff, meaning that everybody's cost was 20 grand more, so I'm going to leave it a week. Giovanni Vinci picks up the win. He is the new champion because that was a title match. Amazing. What an amazing match. Fair enough. Right, so let's take a look at the drama curve then. It does look like we had a good week, though. We just needed that opener to be better, and we would have had a perfect drama curve, which is actually one of the other trophies as well. But I will take that. We gained 59,000 fans, which is a good amount. We also lost Julius Creed, by the way. He quit. Yeah, he wasn't happy. He wanted 100 grand. I was not going to give it to him. 46,000 for Raw, 45,000 for NXT. 43,000 WCW, so we gained a lot of good fans there. And here we got contract negotiation and free ring crew booking because of those trophies. We've done another one, but we still only have 2 out of the 10 there. I'm not quite sure how they number it, but we are only about 5,000 fans behind Kurt Angle now. Dana Brooke just left, so we're now 2 wrestlers down. So it's good, isn't it? Okay, I promised you a legend. I'm going to sign you a legend. Shawn Michaels, 5 out of 5 on the promo mic. $111 for the next 9 weeks. Perfect, because we got about 400 grand in the kitty. But I do desperately think we need another women's wrestler as well. Definitely a babyface. We've got Cora Jade, who is a fighter. That's quite an interesting prospect there. But Gigi Dolan. Oh, I've got a thing for Gigi Dolan. Not in that way, although, yeah, very attractive. Granted. Let's go for her. Let's go for Gigi Dolan, and then that replaces Dana Brooke. And of course, Shawn Michaels. Well, he's just the best, isn't he? So we'll see where we can fit him into our roster. Right then, Shawn Michaels straight into a match, and it's a Hell in a Cell because it was our commissioner goal from Triple H, his mate. So you got your best friend to blame for that one, Shawn. But you're going up against Matt Riddle and Grayson Waller, who are currently in a rivalry. So if you can pinch a win, that'll be great. But also you're in there because you have a good popularity to begin with good stamina. So let's see. Does he win on his debut? Of course he does. Shawn bloody Michaels. It's a classic as well. The rivalry grows to level 4. Shawn was just in there for star power. Love it. Sell promo from Gunther gains 2 popularity. He's becoming a bit of a star for us. Nikita Lyons versus Carmella. I'm trying to get a perfect flow again, but I don't think it's going to work because of that opener. It's a good match. Didn't see that coming. They didn't even have a rivalry again. Ludwig Kaiser calls out Randy Orton, takes that to level 2. Then we have another tag team title match for the women's division because obviously Dana Brooke left, so we need to start a new one. Gigi Dolan is involved. She's tagging up with Xia Li against the champions Dakota Kai and Rhea Ripley, and they retain. Starts a new rivalry though, which is perfect. I like that, especially now that Ripley has lost the women's belt. India Hartwell, who obviously is the women's champion, is still recovering. Very low stamina, as is a couple of people actually, which is the reason why you're not seeing him on the show yet. Giovanni Vinci though, this is going to end the rivalry versus AJ Styles. Whoever wins this will determine what I do with Shawn Michaels. Who wins it? Is it Vinci, or does AJ Styles come back and win? Vinci wins, rivalry complete. Only an amazing match, because I put it as a submission match, by the way. That's how it became rivalry complete. I was hoping that would be a little bit higher as we simulate through these other shows, because obviously I wanted the perfect drama curve. I forgot to put in the GM thing. We had a great start, a good end. I think we're on for the best week there, easily, hands down. No injuries going forward, no injuries whatsoever. Am I getting good at this? I don't know. $55,000 with $29,000, $41,000 for Raw, $49,000 for NXT, $49,000 for WCW, which means we get the free arena booking for the Commissioner Goal. We now have the most fans as well as the most Hall of Fame trophies. Oh yeah. Even though our champions are a bit like, really? Vinci? India Hartwell? Those are your champs? Yes. And yet we're still winning. Right, we're 2 weeks before the pay-per-view. We have got some things to set things up, but we're also resting a couple of people for stamina purposes. We have the tag team match, and yet again they retain, which keeps the rivalry going. It's a great match as well. It's a tables opener. Shawn Michaels, good on the mic, gets us 3 popularity there. Good, Shawn. I think what I'll do is I'll start him in a rivalry next week, and then we can move him forward, hopefully with Giovanni Vinci, who we are kind of resting for a match today. Now, Carmella, Nikita Lyons, and Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell is the champion. Again, you can't do anything in triple threat matches as much as I'd like to. Nikita Lyons does win that match, though. Again, it doesn't start anything. We need to get her into something. Grayson Waller is a charity promo. He's been kicking off a little bit. I won't be surprised if he leaves soon. Kofi Kingston's going to do a run-in against Gunther whilst he is facing Wesley. Wesley does pick up the win because of that. It's still a good match though. Giovanni Vinci does a good popularity promo there. He is your double champ, by the way. Fabian Eichner, also known as Giovanni Vinci. He is a double Jason tag and the world champion. We got a GM interference because I need to get them going. Randy Orton versus Ludwig Kaiser. Randy Orton still wins despite me going in there and meddling with his match. It goes to a level 3 rivalry as well. It's only a good... I mean, look at the state of some of these cards. They ain't even got promos in them. NXT, no surprise, are making some good decisions, as are WCW. So, drama curve-wise... Right, so NXT looks like they probably had the best week there, especially for the drama curve. We kind of leveled out. We didn't have anything outstanding. We still gained 50,000 though, but we gained 92 grand, which is a lot. 35 for Raw, 45 for NXT. We're pulling away, aren't we? We really are pulling away, and we know we're good at pay-per-views. That's the one thing we can always rely on, is how good we are at pay-per-views. We've got double costs, so we can actually use that now to double cost somebody's brand. I wonder who? Kurt Angle, who keeps throwing things at me. So we'll definitely do that. They've just lost their women's champion. I just noticed they've lost their women's champion. I might have to see about that. So the week before the pay-per-view, and I've created a card where nobody gets injured. That's the main thing, really. I don't want to ruin any more rivalries. So Ilya Dragunov in the opener against Matt Riddle. It's a good match, even though no rivalry whatsoever, and it's just a standard singles match. That's the level we've got to now in popularity. Call Out still doesn't start a rivalry. I mean, honestly, there's been 2 call outs, 2 matches, and nothing between these two. It's destined to never happen. Title match, Wesley and AJ Styles teaming up. Quite like to see it, to be honest. They don't win though. Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser still win. I was actually trying to get the belts off of them because Randy Orton has a rivalry with Ludwig Kaiser, and you know, Giovanni Vinci is the champion. Xia Li versus Gigi Dolan versus Dakota Kai. No rivalry whatsoever. We just need a good match in the middle there. And Xia Li does pick up the win. It's only an okay match. Charity promo for Kofi Kingston. He will face Gunther in next week's pay-per-view. But Gunther has a match this week. An Extreme Rules match because he has good stamina against Shawn Michaels, who's just putting on the best dream matches that we could ask for. It's an amazing match despite them not having a rivalry. Lovely stuff. So we got a US Championship match there between JBL and Brock Lesnar. That's interesting. They've also signed Ultimate Warrior Raw. They're doing everything that they possibly can. And yeah, NXT are still kicking their ass there. And they've got Drew Gulak and Dominic Mysterio in their main event. So that's what it's about. So our drama curve is not that great. We could have done with the mid-card, the first mid-card match and the opener being switched around. Shawn Michaels is perfect for Extreme Rules matches. Right, that's good to know. 45,000 fans. It's not the most that we've had recently, but it's way more than 32 that Raw got. 49 for NXT, 52 for WCW. Are slowly getting better at this, you know. We gained a pre-match physio for the Commissioner goal, which I can't remember which one. I think it was put Xia Li in the match, which we did. So Eric Bischoff, he's still miles behind, which is fine. So we still only got 2 of the 4 Hall of Fame trophies that we can get, but it's Extreme Rules now. Of course you vetoed our star, Giovanni Vinci. He's not in a rivalry. Oh, that's unlucky, isn't it? We did veto his, to be fair. I'm pretty sure we had a veto star. I'm pretty sure we did it to Kurt Angle, which you got me once, but now I have payback. Should I just get Gobby to him? That was a low blow and you know it. Deal with it. Oh, Kurt, fight talk. I'm just going to kick his ass anyway. Now, a lot of people have been asking us to watch one of the matches per episode. We're going to do a highlights package of the main event, which is an Extreme Rules match between Gunther and Kofi Kingston, so I hope you enjoy it. Ludwig Kaiser versus Randy Orton, though, is our opener. This is going to be the end of the rivalry as well. Randy Orton does have a victory there. Rivalry complete. Only 4-star, even though it's Extreme Rules. Self-promo for AJ Styles, who hasn't been around because of injury since he lost his belt. He's really dropped in popularity as well. We do have a bit of a rivalry going on here, but it's only a fatal 4-way, and it was a tag rivalry, so it probably won't count. It might start a new one, though. Dolan and Ripley. There we go. I like that. I don't mind that at all. It was a good match as well. Xia Li is now a heel. We could do with that. We could definitely do with that. Ilya Dragunov versus Shawn Michaels. We've got a GM interference. Ilya Dragunov wins because of that. Doesn't start a rivalry. Shawn Michaels really needs to book his ideas up and get himself in a rivalry. I've put him in like 8 matches now. Right, we got a title match. Dakota Kai versus Indy Hartwell. The reason for it, if it sparks a new rivalry, which I think we already are in rivalry. Oh, it will. It will start a rivalry. It will go to level 1. That's good. That's what we want, kind of. Dakota Kai does pick up the win. Her popularity now must be massive because she was already 91 without the title. And then I've signed a new guy. It's The Miz. I've signed The Miz. And we have a new rivalry because he's just called out Randy Orton, who beat Ludwig Kaiser earlier on in the show. But it's time for the Extreme Rules match between Gunther and Kofi Kingston. Here is the challenger, fan favorite Kofi Kingston. He leads the capacity crowd into a New Day Rocks chant. Something I'm sure the Intercontinental Champion Gunther will not be taking part in. The ring general is a hard-hitting, no-nonsense guy who is just here to win. And he's done quite a bit of that so far in this series. I hate to say it, but I do miss the old Intercontinental belt. It was the one belt on the main roster that I don't think needed changing. But can Kofi Kingston take that title away from Gunther tonight in this Extreme Rules match? And it is Kofi who starts off on top of his double leap into the diving back elbow, but Gunther cuts him off from the pin. The action already heads to the outside and Kofi tries something fancy, but Gunther once again cuts him right off and clubs him down to the floor. Gunther picks up the steel steps and smashes it over Kofi's head and rolls him back into the ring, searching for another weapon underneath, and look what he's found. It's a ladder. A big boot to the face of Kofi and he's in trouble now as Gunther locks in the sleeper hold. Will Kofi have to tap? No, instead he reverses it into a pin and Gunther is forced to let go of the hold. But Gunther's right back up and he picks Kofi up for a powerbomb and surely not already. 1, 2, 3. Gunther retains in less than 3 minutes. I mean, I expected him to win, but just not that fast. And apparently this was a legendary 5-star match. It must have been the ladder. So yes, and still, and a legendary match. Your Intercontinental Champion, it is Gunther versus Kofi Kingston. Well, there we go. Didn't see that happening. Not that quick, anyway. I think that was a good show. I think it was a cracking pay-per-view. NXT, who are obviously our biggest rivals, they've got an Iron Man match between Diesel and Shane McMahon at the beginning. You probably would see it. Their main event doesn't even have a title. They don't have any titles going on. WCW, neither do they. So we're already one step ahead of all of them. Although WCW seem to have smashed it. We got a perfect drama curve there, other than the mid-card could have been a little bit better near the end. I'm happy with it though. 142,000 fans, $98,000. Yes, we can do a lot with that. 109,000 for Raw. 108,000 for NXT. We have smashed this. Absolutely smashed it. We got an injury rehab 3, which would be perfect for us because we've no doubt picked up some kind of injuries. We are now far and wide ahead on fans, and of course we still got that one extra Hall of Fame trophy. We should have our shake-ups now. 4 weeks until WrestleMania. We don't have... Oh, so shake-ups always come after this. Whitney Quaid, do we want to keep her? We haven't even used her, have we? We did a GM run-in on Shawn Michaels. He's not happy about it. Right. Matt Riddle loves being in TLC matches. That's good. Good to know. So, we'll put him in one. He won't let us down. Right, Superstar Shake-Up. Well, Superstar Shake, it's just a Shake-Up. Steal a power card from each opponent. That's really good. Hungry for Glory. All free agent contracts cost 25% less. And generous fighter superstars triple the cost of and fan gain of any charity promos. I don't like that one. We're going to go with Yoink. We're going to take 3 power cards away from everybody else. So where do you do it? Does it? Oh, did you just get given them? You can't have. When do you get that? I don't know what the shake-ups, like how they happen. It said instant, but I couldn't see any of them, so I don't know. Speaking of the shake-ups, though, one of them we had was obviously Gunther. Every time he's in a match, he gains money. But the other one was if a giant wins a fatal 4-way, then we get loads of money as well. I thought I'd try it. It's our main event. To start things off, though, we've got a tag team women's title match, and they retain yet again. Amazing match. The rivalry doesn't increase, but we're fine. This is going to go to level 2 because I've done 2 call-outs, Giovanni Vinci and Shawn Michaels. Remember, you can double up the call-outs if you need them to go to level 4, whatever, before a pay-per-view to make the most out of it. Always make sure you can do those double call-outs. I think it's a good little choice there. Nikita Lions, great match against Carmella. Steel cage, still no rivalry. It's ridiculous, isn't it? An okay promo from Shawn Michaels. Right, okay, 2K. Matt Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser. TLC match. He told us he wanted a TLC match. He's got one against Ludwig Kaiser. And Kaiser wins. So, yeah, you want that good at them. Didn't even start a rivalry, but it was an amazing match. We're banging out these cracking matches. Here is a tables fatal 4-way. Please, Gunther, please win. Damn, Wesley won. If Gunther won, we would have won a lot of money there. But Miz and Orton was in it. They also have a rivalry. That takes it to level 2, so that's something we can grow and develop for the next few weeks before WrestleMania. That might be a big match at WrestleMania if we can get that to level 4 in the rivalry. But we had a cracking week. We probably had one of the best weeks that we've had, other than that mid-card and main event should have been swapped around. But we're good. 51,000 fans. Can't complain with that. 34 for Raw. Then we are 54 for NXT. And 41 for WCW. We got To The Moon card. So we can put that on somebody with less than 60 popularity. And random superstar veto. And an injury rehab. And a backstage brawler. Those are all the ones that we were on about. Right. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. We're nearly 100,000 fans ahead of Kurt Angle now. So who's laughing now, Kurt? Me. That's your answer. Me. Right, again, it's one of those weeks where we kind of have to piece together a show. We've got a run-in from Shawn Michaels, attacking Giovanni Vinci, who's in a tag match with his partner Gunther, but against Kofi and Matt Riddle. So that will hopefully spark something. It doesn't, but it's a great match nonetheless. Randy Orton's calling out The Miz, takes that to level 3. And I don't even think they've faced each other yet. The Miz is then going in a submission match against AJ Styles because it was our commissioner goal. And we got a good injury rehab. And we've actually got 3 people who got injured from that last show. Mediocre. Don't really mind too much. Indy Hartwell then calls out Dakota Kai, who was one of the people who got injured. We've used a card on her, though. That takes it to level 2. Wesley versus Ilya Dragunov. This is going to start a rivalry because there isn't one. Wesley wins. Now, Ilya Dragunov asked to face Wesley. So, if they're quite good at a matching up against each other, I'm happy for that to continue. Xylee does a weak promo, but it's only for charity. And Rhea Ripley and Gigi Dolan, we got a GM interference because that takes it to 5 then. And Gigi Dolan wanted to be in the main event, which is the reason why she is. Rhea Ripley does pick up the win though, but it does take their rivalry to level 2. So interesting stuff there. Right, so the drama curve looks very similar at the start. We had a bad mid-card there compared to especially WCW, I guess, but the end wasn't bad. It's just that NXT main event, which now I'm curious what it is. Right, okay, Nikki Ash versus Shayna Baszler. Fair enough. We gained 42,000 there, 98 grand in money because we're running big stadium now, which we've just recently unlocked. So that's fantastic. We gained way more than Raw. Jesus, they are struggling. NXT with 54,000 there, and WCW with 55,000 fans. But I don't think the fans is going to matter too much. We have fixed match there, but that's because of the seasonal challenge, straight from the top, which we should now have another Hall of Fame trophy soon. I think, because we've completed another one. I need to check it, though. Oh, what? Double cost from WCW? I think we've got enough money. We should be fine. So it turns out we need to book 8 shows of a perfect drama curve to get the 100%, which we ain't gonna do. So we're just going to have to hope that our 2 trophies is enough to win this season. Right then, we've got an opener. It's a fatal 4-way match between 4 women who 2 of them are in rivalries that are singles. One of them, actually 2 of them are in tag rivalries, so it doesn't matter too much. But Nikita Lyons does pick up the win, but Kyan Hartwell takes it to a level 3. Dakota Kai's just come back from injury. Rhea Ripley calls out Gigi Dolan. That takes that to a level 3. We've got some good women's rivalries going on right now, and they're all really high popularity, which is fantastic. We've done it exceptionally well in the women's division, not so much in the men's. Randy Orton versus The Miz. This is a new rivalry, of course. The Miz does pick up the win. It was just a normal match, so we don't have to worry too much. Kofi Kingston with an excellent charity promo. We've got a title match here, Gunther versus Wesley, but Ilya's doing a run-in on Wesley. Ilya had quite low stamina, so it just keeps him out of a match and away from being injured. An amazing match. I guess they are paired up quite well. And then AJ Styles calls out Gunther. I know it's the rivalry that we started off with. We might end it with a good Intercontinental. Giovanni Vinci versus Shawn Michaels. It is for the World... Well, actually, it's the Universal Championship, isn't it? On SmackDown. In a steel cage match as well. Oh, yes. Vinci wins again. Is he just unbelievable on this game? Legendary match. I'll take it. That is fantastic. We've had a hell of a good week there. If we avoided injury, I consider that our best week of SmackDown TV. Good opener, not bad main, great mid-card, but a 5-star main event. I'll take it. No injuries, good. Right, okay. Maybe the drama curve wasn't perfect, but I'm still working on that. I need to learn the new game. 57,000 fans, 35 for Raw, 44 for NXT, and WCW is 49,000. We gain a special promotion. You know when I'm going to be using that. So I'm just waiting for one of those Hall of Fame trophies to go up, and that will worry me. But we should be absolutely fine. We're 1 week away from WrestleMania. Final week then before the main pay-per-view of WrestleMania. We're just trying to avoid injuries. So I've got a pre-match physio on Randy Orton, who does pick up the win. It's a great match against The Miz. Doesn't take it to a level 4, but that's fine. We can end it at the WrestleMania pay-per-view. Call out, that does take it to level 4. Very quick rivalry there for Vinci and Shawn Michaels. Vinci is not featuring today. He's at 100 popularity though. Ludwig Kaiser versus Kofi Kingston. This isn't a rivalry, but it's going to start one, I guess, because a tables match. There we go. We won't be using that the following week, but never mind. Gunther then calls out AJ Styles, level 2. We then have Wesley versus Ilya Dragunov again. This is probably going to land in an injury, but if it does, it doesn't matter too much because we got enough right. Oh my god. maybe we'll have to rethink that. Hopefully he didn't get injured because they're putting on bangers. That was a steel cage match as well. Dakota Kai then calls out Indy Hartwell. That's going to be for the women's title, level 4 rivalry. Then we have a main event of Rhea Ripley, Nikita Lyons, and Xia Li, which is a triple threat match. There is a rivalry going on between Xia Li and Nikita Lyons. That takes it to level 2. It's only a good match. Again, our drama curve is not going to be fantastic with that, but I don't expect some matches to do better than the other ones. I'm really terrible with that, I think. I was good at it last year. I'm not that good at it this year because our mid-card there was way too high. But never mind, 37,000 fans. We gained 109,000. I should have checked to see whether we had any injuries. That's just going to be a big surprise popped on me as we go into the last show. Please don't give me any stupid cards. Of course he does. Double cost. Of course, look who it is. It's Kurt Angle. But that's fine. No more. Cool. Gigi Dolan just left. At WrestleMania. In a level 4 rivalry. It is WrestleMania, and that double cost screwed us because our show was over $500,000, which means we couldn't even put on anything else. And we've had to sign somebody as well. Wesley did get injured for 3 weeks, so we couldn't use that Ilya Dragunov versus Wesley barn burner that we knew we had banked, but I still think this is going to be a good match. Right, our opener is a backstage brawl, and it's because we had a card to use a backstage brawl, so this should be 5-star for the title as well. And Dakota Kai still wins. Legendary match. Love that. Thank you very much, ladies. Matt Riddle doing a promo for charity. Nice. We signed Molly Holly for one night only against Xia Li and Rhea Ripley, teaming up with Nikita Lyons. Let's see how this one plays out. And the winner is Nikita Lyons and Molly Holly. It's a new rivalry, apparently. It's a classic because we had a tornado tag thing as well that we managed to win. Gunther versus AJ Styles. This is now the mid-card match when it started off as our main event. Gunther still wins. Amazing match. Takes it to level 3 rivalry. If we were to continue, that would be on the next pay-per-view, but we're not. This is the final episode. This is the final card. Randy Orton versus The Miz. It's a submission match to end the rivalry. The Miz does win. Another amazing match. Could have done with that being 4.5. Never mind, but this one should be 5-star. It's an Iron Man match between Giovanni Vinci and Shawn frickin' Michaels for the Universal title. Shawn Michaels is your champion. Legendary match. Let's go. Happy with that. We've earned some kind of accomplishment. Right, okay. This is 5 singles matches. I mean, Raw, to be fair, have really screwed it up, haven't they? What's NXT got? So they've done quite well. Although their main event of really R-Truth versus Otis is their main event. WCW, right? Okay. I'm not surprised too much from Eric there. Do we win it though? I think WCW's had a good mid-card, but I think we should go on and win it. NXT's was 5-star, that main event. R-Truth versus Otis. Yep. We gained 298,000 fans from WrestleMania. Wow. 164, 215, and 228. So we should, and we have, even on hard mode, we have gone on and we have won it. Let's take a look at this Slammy Awards then. Tyler Breeze, which is us, has won the flip-flopper, the most role changes in a season. We only did 3. 2, maybe. The Fleet of Foot, most cruiser superstars. Okay. The Warrior, most fighter superstars. The Moneybag, most cash spent on power cards, is Eric Bischoff. He didn't use that many on us. So that's not bad. A nice little addition there. And if you want to have a look at the statistics, this is what you can see from this bit. We had the best match card quality was us. In fact, we dominated this. If this is supposed to be for everybody, we dominated all of this because we have everything. Most rivalries completed, which is 13. Best average show quality, a D. Ugh, that's not good. Highest total profits. We had a good total profit there. Most new fans from a single show, which was our WrestleMania event. We absolutely crushed it. We really did crush it. I love all this statistics, by the way. Most matches won was Rhea Ripley. Nice. Most popularity game was Xia Li. Most matches booked was Randy Orton. Most highest average rated match was Shawn Michaels. Good legendary pickup there right at the end. And most weeks spent injured, Dakota Kai. Average match quality was a 3-star, which is fine. We completed quite a lot of tasks. We got 2 Career Progress Hall of Fame trophies so far, should we wish to carry that on, but we're not, unfortunately. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any ideas what you'd like to see going forward, then by all means let me know. I'm really intrigued to see what you think down in the comments section. Thank you very much for the support on this series. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss the next series that we do. Bye bye.